Buongiorno, that is how they say good morning, good day here in Italy. It's my first live in a long time in this trip, and it's a very somber moment in time. Every time that a fan comes here, I'm actually coming to you live from Imola, one of the most iconic racing tracks, Formula One, and this is where 31 years ago, 1st May 1994, you saw the end of one of the greatest, but never, as they say, it's never the end. And he's been immortalized, the greatest of all time, at least. I mean, there have been names, but none like him. Ayrton Senna, who passed away just not very far from here, the Imola racing track. You see fans just popping over from different parts of the world. This is also the moment in history when obviously he was the 4-time world champion. The Brazilians that year, when they won the World Cup, they dedicated this to Ayrton Senna. And a friend of mine was just cracking a joke. Maybe he's the only person in the world that brings Brazil and Argentina together. This is possibly the only place on earth where you'll see a flag of Brazil and Argentina. Brazil, of course, overriding, because he was a Brazilian champion, one of the greatest of all time. Born in 1960, passed away at the age of 34 in 94. And at the time of his death, he held the record for most pole positions, 65, having won 41 Grand Prix across 11 seasons. And this is one of the most somber moments in the history of Formula One. You see inscription, some artwork. That's the flag of Italy next to Brazil. And so this is the site where people come and remember the champion that he was. 4-time world champion. Was there you see Ayrton Senna. I think that is with his wife. Handsome young man at the age of 34. He'd achieved what many don't in several lifetimes in the world of Formula One. Flag of Argentina. Notes, handheld notes, written, dedicated to Ayrton Senna. Teddy among those gifted by his fans. And this is the actual spot where he's been immortalized. And you see a rose in his hand that stands out. Many stars have come and gone. You've had the era of Michael Schumacher, then you had Lewis Hamilton, but none quite like Ayrton Senna. This was at the 94 San Marino Grand Prix at Imola, 1st of May 1994, just a day after he was airlifted and hospitalized, and when he succumbed to his injuries sustained during that race. He was leading the race driving the Williams FW16, and when he died eventually, his state funeral was attended by 3 million people. That is what he was. That's the flag of Argentina, just above the flag of Brazil, Albania, Belgium, another Argentina flag. That's the flag of Mexico. That's the flag of Czech. T-shirts with notes written. Senna had won 41 wins. He'd achieved 41 wins, 65 pole positions record at the time, 19 fastest laps, and 80 podiums in his Formula One career. And which is why this place remains special. Kids playing on a bright summer afternoon here on a Tuesday. Some of them nonchalant about this place. A lot of them obviously unaware of who Senna was. But for all of us who grew up in the 90s watching sport, I think Senna was an emotion that brought the world together, like I said. And you see a lot of fans here just possibly stopping by, you know, just reflecting on one of the greatest. I'm just trying to figure out, of course he was a sports person, Formula One driver, champion, legend, athlete for many. But of course, an emotion, like I said, that brought countries together. People just couldn't grasp the news of his death. 1st May 1994. It was right here that he breathed his last. That's a flag of Singapore, one of the latest entrants to the Formula One race calendar. That's a flag of Portugal. Pretty much everybody. The previous day, Austrian driver Roland Ratzenberger had died. Of course, if that was not a clarion call, that's the flag of Wales. But yeah, as destiny would have it, Ratzenberger died when his car crashed during the qualifying. Several other collisions had taken place, including a serious one, including Rubens Barrichello. But it was Ratzenberger and Senna's clashes were the first fatal accidents to occur since Riccardo Paletti died in 1982 Canadian Grand Prix. So yeah, this moment changed forever. The way the sport is now conducted and the way it is seen. So here in Imola, just remembering one of the greatest of all times. Thank you for watching. Just a reminder, stark reminder of a legend who left us 31 years ago, but who was never ever gone and who never will ever go. There you see someone just turning up to pay floral tributes, and I'm sure this happens every day. Fans from all over the world, from for whom is no less than God. You from Italy?
No, I'm from the Netherlands.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. First time here or?
No, I've been here yesterday and last year in October, but not at the monument.
Right.
I'm not like a fan, he's like a god for me.
God, yeah, I know. I was just saying that, you know, for a lot of us who grew up in the 90s,
Exactly.
he
like,
was...
I'm turning 38 now.
Right.
And,
So,
when he died,
yeah.
I was a child, but still like
Yeah,
completely crushed me.
exactly. So I'm 42.
Yeah.
I'm just 4 years elder to you, but same generation. And I think for us,
For us,
he was an emotion. He was God. He was everything.
he's the
And
loneliest man in the world.
yeah, yeah.
Especially that day when he crashed, he was the loneliest man in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody could understand what he felt.
Yeah,
And I think he knew that he is going to die.
yeah,
You know that phrase that he said to Sid Watkins
yeah.
before he went to the circuit? He said, I cannot quit, I have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen his documentary.
I've seen all the documentaries about him. And
Wow.
it's like he knew that he had to go in that car and to die, because after that Formula One had like made a revolutionary thing on the security measures.
Yeah.
Only after his death.
Yeah, it changed
And
the sport forever.
Even the steering, that rod, that was an extended one for that day.
Yeah.
Like there was some issues, so he had complained, and then they attached another, like, you know, kind of a extension, and then he was driving. So people say that that was also like something which really caused a problem.
I think so as well.
So you see, you bump into fans every day, and this is the legacy of a man who passed away 31 years ago. Just lies in a quiet corner of Imola. Those are some leafy gardens around, but just further down is the Imola racetrack. People go about their daily life. You know, a lot of them are unaware of someone like him, but those who grew up, like she just said, in the 90s, Ayrton Senna was family, was emotion, was God, was everything. That's the flag of Bosnia. Bosnia was not even born then, I think, or just about 3 years old, yeah, 1991. So Bosnia was born out of Yugoslavia. So interesting times, the 90s. Interesting. FC Corinthians Football Club. Senna everywhere. 4-time champion. 89 was the standout. Spain, flag of Spain. So he's got fans from all over. So thank you very much for joining me. It's very emotional for a fan, and especially when you look at the statue, that sort of brings out a lot more emotions. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to bring you more such stories over the next few days while I'm here.